She came to America at 14 with no family, U.S. citizenship, or military background. Today, she wears the star of a U.S. Army general. This is the extraordinary journey of Brigadier General Amanda Azubuike, a woman who proved that dedication, service, and identity can break barriers in the most male-dominated spaces. Amanda Azubuike was born to a Nigerian father and a Zimbabwean mother in London, England. Her last name, Azubuike, means "the past is your strength," a fitting name for someone who would later make military history. Her parents, both educated professionals, met in London. Her mother was a nurse, and her father became a lawyer. After her parents separated, Amanda, her mother, and sister moved to the United States, specifically to Arkansas, when Amanda was just 14. They had no relatives in America. Starting fresh as immigrants, Amanda and her sister were raised by their mother with a strict focus on education, values, and hard work. In high school, Amanda joined the Air Force Junior ROTC program, not yet a U.S. citizen, but already inspired by the structure and service the military represented. She was looking for a way to pay for college, and the Army gave her that chance. She enlisted and served as a nuclear, biological, and chemical specialist. It was a practical decision that turned into a calling. While in college at the University of Central Arkansas, she joined the Army ROTC and decided to pursue a commission as an officer. She later graduated from flight school as a UH-1 helicopter pilot, officially becoming an Army Aviator in 1995. That same young immigrant who once needed tuition assistance was now a commissioned officer in the U.S. Army, flying military aircraft. Her career took flight, literally and professionally. Amanda was a platoon leader in the 924th Aviation Support Battalion in Georgia, and later deployed to Egypt with the multinational force and observers. She continued advancing, earning qualifications in multi-engine fixed-wing aircraft and intelligence operations. She was assigned as an RC-12 pilot and operations officer in South Korea, and eventually commanded Alpha Company at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Over the years, Amanda proved herself not only as a pilot, but also as a leader. Her military path combined both technical skill and people-centered command. After more than a decade in aviation, Amanda transitioned into public affairs, where she shaped how the Army communicates with the world. She held major public affairs roles with the U.S. Army Central Command, the Pentagon's Office of the Chief of Public Affairs, and even served as the Director of Public Affairs for the Military District of Washington, overseeing communication for major national events, including the presidential inauguration. Amanda also deployed to Afghanistan, served as Chief of Public Affairs for the U.S. Southern Command in Florida, and eventually became Chief of Staff and Senior Military Assistant to the Principal Deputy in the Office of the Secretary of Defense. And that's not all. She also worked in civilian communication roles with the Washington Commanders, NFL, and the NFL Players Association. Amanda's academic background is as impressive as her service. She holds a master's in national security from the U.S. Army War College and a master's in public relations from Georgetown University. Amanda's work ethic stands out in a field where she's often the only woman or person of color in the room. She's spoken candidly about not being the most naturally gifted student, but through discipline and mastery of her craft, she developed the competence and confidence that soldiers respect. She says, once your soldiers see that you're competent and confident, they begin to trust you, and that's what leadership is all about. In 2022, Amanda Azubuike was promoted to Brigadier General at Fort Knox, Kentucky, a historic and emotional moment. Neither of her parents lived to witness the promotion, but their influence shaped the woman who now stands at the pinnacle of military leadership. Out of over 1 million soldiers in the U.S. Army, only a few hundred reached general officer rank, and Amanda did it before even becoming a U.S. citizen. Her journey represents more than individual success. It's about visibility, progress, and paving the way for others. Amanda is now Deputy Commanding General at U.S. Army Cadet Command, overseeing the Army's largest training operation, preparing over 10,000 future leaders every summer. She understands the power of visibility. Representation matters, she says. When young people, especially girls and minorities, see someone like me in uniform, they believe they can do it too. Amanda's story is one of quiet grit, visible pride, and a deep sense of purpose. She didn't join the Army to chase rank, but she earned her stars through every mission, challenge, and lesson. From immigrant to aviator, from cadet to commanding general, Amanda Azubuike's story is not just inspiring, it's necessary. If her journey moved you, hit the like button, share this with someone who needs to believe in what's possible, and subscribe for more powerful stories of trailblazers in the military. Drop an airplane or star emoji in the comments if you believe representation matters. Thank you for watching. And if you know someone in the military that might like this, please share it with them.